welcome back to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Haunt. I'm the author of a bunch of books on VHS tapes and stuff like that, and I do videos on cult movies, VHS culture, comics, games, the writing life, music, and a bunch of other stuff, even like action figures and retro collectibles, whatever scratches the itch. You may be aware from a previous video, I've moved to a new place. So this is the first video from my new nerd pad. While moving in, I didn't have any internet, so that's why this video is a bit late, so I'm sorry about that. But I've been keeping myself going mainly with the Arrow video box set with some Blu-rays of classics in here. So it's not very light, is it? It's very sinister in atmosphere, but it's not very light. So we've got Arena, Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, Robot Jocks, and Dolls, and it's been marvelous revisiting those while I've been, getting everything moved in and set up and building flat pack along with my family and friends. So shout out to my family, my mum, dad, my friend Charlotte, my friends Anna and Simon, and it's been an experience by getting there. But yeah, this is my new nerd pad. Take a look around. Take a look around. So as well as moving, I've been hanging out with the kids as well. This has been half term here, and we've done a lot of fun stuff. We've had movie nights and games and pizza. There seems to be a lot of pizza going around. And we had a great time over at Fun Station here in Nottingham. I've not been for a while, so I wanted to see how much we could have some fun there. So Fun Station is an arcade in Nottingham City Centre, and instead of using cash, you can charge up like a membership card. I got a bunch of free credits on it, and it was just really cool. We had a great time, and here's what went on there.
Oh yeah!
So that's what's been going on here. There is going to be some news soon about the digital version of VHS Ain't My Brain and the revised edition, and VHS Ain't My Brain 2 The Revenge, which will be put out as an omnibus online. That'll be available on Kindle very soon. There'll be some more news about that soon, with the cover reveal and all that sort of jazz, and I'm sure I'll make an advert or something for it so we can do it, stuff like that. For now, let's go and check out what's been going on with VHS culture online recently. So what I didn't mention about that video, that was a fun station, but it also included footage from Wingstop, my first visit and not my last, and Parallel Universe, so that was also so fun to go around there as well with the boys. Yeah, we picked up some goodies that day. It was quite a weekend, but I'm glad it's a little bit more subdued now, so I can get back to the task at hand, which is checking out VHS culture online. And this was an interesting one. So you can watch the VHS. This was released on VHS. This was a homemade Star Wars movie made by Carly Foggy, and that is the director of The Substance, which has been doing big business for a while now and is on the lips of many as a genre movie fan around the world. So this is a pretty cool thing. This is a homemade Star Wars fan movie made by a now famous director. Go and check that out. That is available on firstshowing.net if you look at that one. This one was an interesting little story. It was over on theverge.com, which is a 3D printed VHS cleaner saving memories from mold. Now, as a VHS collector, if there are any tape collectors watching this, you'll know that a lot of tapes are susceptible to tape mold, which can damage your machine. It can make the tape unwatchable. You know, if you put it in a play, you are risking damaging your machine with that, and they are not easy to clean. There are ways to do it, but this 3D printed VHS cleaner may well be something you want to check out. So do go and check this out on theverge.com. It's only a recent piece, so you will find this pretty much near the top there. You go and check that out. So we have a VHS nostalgia piece here on surfer.com. I'm not a big fan of surfing or anything like that, but anything that harkens back to the video era is something that will interest me. So this may interest some guys out there too, girls or anyone else. So on surfer.com, VHS Nostalgia, the history of Volcom films, a look behind the scenes and back in time to the iconic surf, skate and snow movies of Vico Productions. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. A retrospective of a very specific area of the VHS era. So there is a documentary linked on there. It's also on YouTube. If you go to surfer.com, you can find that on there. The next thing I found that you may wish to go and check out yourselves over on the Shaw Local News Network. I thought this was a great idea. There is a VHS conversion workshop set for February 24th. Decode. I don't know where that is. I'm sorry for my American viewers. I do apologise. But at the time of filming this, it's the 23rd, so this is tomorrow. So by the time you watch this, it may have already happened. So yeah, a class teaching people how to convert VHS tapes to DVDs in order to capture those old memories. Participants can learn how to convert VHS tapes in digital formats to DVDs for long-term storage. No registration is required to attend. What a great idea. There must be so many families that have boxes of VHS with amazing old footage of their family members, christenings, weddings, I don't know, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs. It could be absolutely anything, and they could be saved from being destroyed just by the age of the tapes or not being looked after. That is a really cool idea. The next one I found here was over on HustoniaMag.com. I'm very professional at pronouncing these things, aren't I? This is the River Oaks Theatre's Mystery VHS show. It's always a fun time. The monthly Tapeworm series shows movies that aren't shown anywhere else in Houston, but it's a surprise. I love this idea. Because I would be up for anything, you know, but it could be Fright Night or Enemy Mine or Licensed to Drive, or it could be absolutely anything from the VHS era, and I would so be up for that. But I love it that I love this image here, that there is a VHS player connected to a really modern projection unit. I think that is such a cool idea. That is so nice. If you're in the area, go and check out those nights because they sound fun, and I would so be up for going to those. Now, one that really interested me here. Something that really interested me was this post. I'd not heard about this going on. This is over on cambridgeday.com. I'm guessing it's Cambridge in the States, of course. But yeah, to discover your next DVD or VHS to borrow, locate or create a free Blockbuster box. Now, this is from January 20th this year, but this is about rogue Blockbuster boxes with movies in them popping up around the place. I think that is such a crazy idea. It sort of reminds me, so these boxes are showing up in Canada, Mexico and England and almost every state in the US. That is so cool. So outside of the Beacon Street Whole Foods Market, a bright blue newspaper dispenser defies the laws of the streaming era. So these are all like newspaper dispenser boxes. And it reminds me a bit of the like Book Swap and so on, where disused red phone boxes. Because over here in England we had red phone boxes, you know, we've got red buses and stuff like that in London, but we had red phone boxes which were quite an iconic sight, and when they went the way of the dinosaurs, some of them around the country were repurposed as miniature libraries where you take a book, leave a book. It's a really, really cool idea, and it looks like the same sort of thing is happening with physical media. These free Blockbuster boxes. What a cool idea. You can go and find more details out on this about this on freeblockbuster.org, and you can also read this article on cambridgeday.com. This is so cool. Check it out and let me know if in the comments below if you have seen any of these boxes pop up around you. I'd be delighted to find out where they were. So that's your weekly dose of VHS culture for this week. We're going to go now and check out what's going on eBay, and instead of tapes this week, I've gone and looked at what we will get if we just put in a search for video shop, and it brought up some cool stuff. I'm not going to go into all these, but there are some really exciting things here that I think a lot of people would get some entertainment out of and some collectible value. So there's some movie shop posters. So there's Ghost House 2 with Linda Blair there. One that caught my eye straight away is Creepazoids. I'm going to go open that and take a look at that. I loved Creepazoids. Linnea Quigley, of course, was in it. I want to see how big that is because I may have to put a bit in on that. I might have to. But we've also got Bad Blood. We've got a video shop poster for Intruder, which was a great slasher movie. These are not a bad price. These aren't a bad price. They're in decent condition by the look. I see a few bits of damage here and there, but this is a really cool little aside. If you are feeling a little tired by just looking for tapes all the time, branch out into things that were connected to video stores, like cases, promos, the posters and stuff like that. These are so exciting. Really, that Creepazoids one, I think I may have to chase that down. But you've got like here, you can get an old video shop DVD rental box. It's not like one of the good ones like a Ritz tape box, but that's cool to see. You can get people printing the tape labels. Wild at heart. This sort of thing really amuses me though. They've got Blockbuster video rental shop, vintage 2002 till receipt. Okay, I did, just out of curiosity, once Google, I did a search on eBay for the comic shop I used to work in, and someone was trying to sell a receipt from that for £20. Okay, you know, each to their own, but I was just a bit confused. So you can also get like a 3D shop display collection sign. That's clearly a new one, but that's pretty cool, of Blockbuster Video, even though it was Blockbuster that killed video even before streaming did. What else we got here? We got a Pulp Fiction 1994 video shop standee. That's pretty cool if you like Pulp Fiction. I don't really, but that is pretty cool. Mobile for Blue Jean Cop. This confused me. A VHS tape face shopping. Something Black Mirror about that, isn't there? So face shopping, cosmetic surgery VHS video. I wonder if that has actually people having their faces replaced on it. That would be, I was going to say pretty cool, but no, that's just weird. We've got a rolled 1980s poster for Assassination with Charles Bronson in it, poster for Identity, and then you start getting some more tapes in. Thundercats, ho! I wonder if there's a comma in there somewhere. Thundercats, ho! You've got a Shaun of the Dead poster for £15. You can't go wrong with Shaun of the Dead. More videos here. This is a cool one. Let's open this up in another tab here. This caught my eye. The Ingram November-December 1992 video rental shop trade poster. I see one of these in the 80s video shop over in Alfreton, where it was like, I think it was 1986. You got the chart from 1986 on the wall. Let's take a look at that in another tab in a moment. And then you've got some more standees, character standees from Toy Story 2, various sheets and cables and things. Preset Ghostbusters video shop promotional stickers. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Apollo 13. Then various covers and things like that, but this is an interesting one. Star Wars Propel Battle Drone shop display stroke demo video screen. Wow. I wonder what's actually on that, if it actually has a screen in it or something. Let's open that in another tab as well. Sleeping car. That cover freaked me out. It's a sleeping car. Sample sleeve for a £5. Blimey. Another stakeout. But yeah, if you just search for things to do with video shops themselves, you are going to find some interesting things. And the standees are really interesting to me. But I always want to find things like staff badges, you know, like a name badge from a video store, or cards themselves, you know, the rental cards, or just anything to do with those places. I think that if we capture some of these things, if we keep some of these things in our collections, we are keeping that memory or a direct link to that historical event alive. And yes, I maintain that these are historical places. Video shop poster from Star Trek Generations, why not? But it's nice to see that there are these things out there. A video shop poster for Children of the Corn, so I can see some things like that going up in price, but the prices I'm seeing here are really reasonable for what you are getting a piece of. These are originals from the era. They are a direct link back to the era that nerds like me love and miss dearly. So it's really cool to see these things on there, and I hope you have fun finding your perfect collectibles too. If you like this sort of thing, please do like and subscribe. This is the last episode of Planet Hex in this format. Now that I'm set up in the new nerd base, there will be some changes to Planet Hex going forward. There are going to be longer episodes. There will be some live streaming. There'll be a lot of other stuff going on as well. It's still going to be about retro stuff and the things I always talk about on the channel, but there's going to be some other stuff going on as well. Occasionally I'll be playing some retro video games as well, but there will always be a weekly episode of Planet Hex, and the podcast will be back as well. I've been talking about that for a little while. That took time, a break off while I took a break from doing these videos as well, just going over the various life changes that have been happening. But yeah, I'm going to be right back with more Planet Hex episodes, longer Planet Hex episodes, some live Planet Hex episodes, some retro gaming. The podcast is back, and there will be more news on the Omnibus Digital Edition of vhsatemybrain, a revised edition of vhsatemybrain 2, The Revenge. And yeah, I'm coming back. I'm doing some fiction and stuff like that as well. More on that soon, but yeah, keep it here, keep it real, keep it retro. I still don't really have a slogan for this, but anyway, it's only been 4 years. I should really have got one by now. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Planet Hex.